Hello students, welcome to Sri Jayendra's Rank Zone classes. I am your friend and mentor with respect to physics for the coming classes. Let's start lecture number 7 of units and measurement. Today we will discuss about the significant figures, and rather we can say it's a significant digits. Now let's first look at this, that what the significant digit is. What we can say about the significant figures is it is defined as the figure which is considered reasonably trustworthy in a number. Now, what does it mean, reasonably trustworthy? Let's take an example of a pi. Value of a pi is 3.141592654. A very long, है ना? Yes, it's an up to 10 digits. This is a value up to 10 digits. If I need to consider only 3 digits, then I should write it's a 3.14. That's it. That is what we are using. If I need to write up to 5 digits, then I should write it as in 3.1416. So this is the numbers according to the R choice, according to the R reasonably trustworthy manner. Now what we should do is we should use a significant figures in a certain way. So what we require is that significant figure indicates the extent to which the readings are reliable. Now, for the significant figures and decided how many figures should be reliable and which figures should be considered, which figures should not be. There are certain set of rules that you need to remember. Yes, so let's begin with the rules for the significant figures. First, all non-zero digits are the significant figures. So let's say a number 16. It is having first digit, second digit. Both are the significant digits. Let's say second number, it is 1683. How many digits are there? First, second, third, fourth. So it is having a four significant digits. Let's look at the third number. It is 16835. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Five significant digits. So it is having an five significant figures. So all the non-zero digits are significant figures. Next rule, all zero occurring between non-zero digits are significant figures. So if a zero is there but it has been guided by two non-zero digits, then they are the significant figures. Let's say a number 802. Here 0 is there but it has been protected by 8 and 2. So all the digits are significant. So total number of significant digits in this number is 3. Let's look at the next number. It is 80004. So total number of digits, look at this, three zeros are there, but they have been protected by 8 and 4, which two are the non-zero numbers. So total number of significant figures should be considered as in 5. Okay, now let's suppose a number was 1600. What it would be? Look at this, they have asked all non-zero digits are significant. So 1 is a significant, 6 is the significant. So here significant digit should be 2 only. Let's say number would be 820. Again, this 0 is not protected. It is having only number 2 as a preceding number, but having no number after of 0. So only two zeros, only two digits are considered as insignificant figures. Clear? Okay, let's look at some new rules. What we can say is all zeros to the right of a decimal point and to the right of a non-zero digits are significant, but this is valid for decimal point. So if number has been given 0.40, look at this, here decimal is there, here decimal is there. So its significant figures would be 4 would be a significant, 0 would be a significant. So this is true. If a number is 0.030, if a number is 0.030, so here again 3 would be a significant digit, here 0 would be a significant digit. So total number of significant digit in this case is 2 as well. If we have been given 0.07806, let's say this, So what I can write, this is having a decimal at this point. So all this 1 2 3 4, this four numbers should be considered as a significant numbers. Yes, what we can conclude is power of 10 the power of 10 are not counted as a significant digits. Let's say number is 1.4 into 10 to the power minus 2 as mentioned here. Then this is to be omitted. This is to be omitted. Only the left amount of term, that is 1 and 4. This is first significant digit, this is second significant digit. So this number having two significant digits, 1 and 4. Got it? Let's move to the next. All the zeros to the right of the last non-zero digits are significant figures. So if they have given a number 4 and 0, if they have given a number that is 4 and 0, then you need to consider a 4 only, so it is having a one significant digit only. Let's say number is 410, then the number of significant digits, 4 is significant, 1 is significant, so total number of significant figure is 2 only. Let's say number is 40240. Here this 0 is being protected by 4 and 2, so it is significant. So only the significant digits would be this much only, 4024. So it is having only 4 significant figures. Can you get it? Okay, let's move to the next. All the zeros to the left of a non-zero digits are not significant figures. So if it is 0.08, so all the zeros are non-significant, so this is significant. Let's say it is a 0.0806 that we have seen previously as well, then this is significant. 0 is significant and 6 is significant, so this number is having a three significant digits. Let's say take a one more example, that is 0.01204556. So all the zeros before any number, that means we are talking about this two, this are non-significant, all the rest are the significant. Count how many are there, 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yes, it is absolutely same. So they are the six digits which should be considered as insignificant digits. Let's go through some more questions. We need to find out the number of significant figures. It is a number is 0.05718. So this all should be a significant and this two should be a non-significant. So correct answer should be a 4. 93.26. They have been asked that 93.26. Find out the significant figures. So we know that all the non-zero digits are significant and this all are the non-significant. This all are non-zero digits, so they should be considered as a significant figure. So correct answer should be a 4. Next question, it is a 2.35 into 10 to the power minus 19. As we know, we are going to omit powers while we are considering a significant figures. So 2, 3 and 5, this three numbers, this three digits are considered as insignificant, so correct answer should be a 3. Next, next 1.3725 into 10 to the power 9. Now think and do it yourself. Think. We are going to omit 10 to the power 9, so what left with us is 13725. Calculate the total numbers. It's at 5. Yes, so 5 digits should be considered as insignificant. Yes, can you do this? Yes, a very easy, but for the NEET aspirants this is very useful. Even in the paper of NEET 2020, one question was there, that belongs to the topic significant figures. Even in JEE, in certain sets they have asked the questions. Not all the sets would be covered, but in certain sets there are questions which include the concept of significant figures only. So do this very carefully, and this is very much easier, very much easy. You uh, One more benefit to the significant figure is it is also a time saving. So when you are going to attempt this kind of question, it will not take more than 10 to 15 seconds, so it will save your time. So do this very carefully. and that time can be utilized to solve different questions, to another questions of the examinations. So let's look at this. The number of significant figures, what are they? Look at this. This number is less than 1. So all the trailing zeros, all the zeros would be non-significant. So only 9 is significant. So correct answer would be a 1. Next question. The number of significant figure in 0.400. Now look at this. This is 0.400, but all the trailing zeros, the number behind this, all the zeros behind the numbers would be considered as insignificant. So 1, 2, 3. These 3 are the significant digit. Correct answer should be a 3. Next, significant figures depends upon the accuracy, that we know a theoretical part. Next, more the number of significant figures shows more the what it would be, accuracy, error, number of figures or value. Yes, you think it right, it's an accuracy. Next question. If a measured quantity, if a measured quantity has n significant figures, the reliable digit in it n. The total number of significant figures should be a reliable digits, and we are considering significant figure from that point of view only, that we need to find out the reliable digits, and that reliable digits are considered as insignificant figures. Okay, so let's move to the order of magnitude. Today in this class we are going to discuss a certain theoretical concepts. One that we have already covered, that is of order of magnitude, that is of significant figures. Now we are going to discuss about the order of magnitude. Let's look at that. What is order of magnitude? When we can say is, it's the order of magnitude of a physical quantity is the value of magnitude rounded off to the nearest integral power of 10. The number has been rounded off to the nearest integral power of 10. Now what does it mean? Let's say we have been given a quantity that is 123 kg. So can I write like this? It is a 1.23 into 10 to the power 2 kg. Yes. So while considering order of magnitude of 123 kg, I need to look at two things. First, I need to arrange it in this manner: a into 10 to the power b. If a is less than 5, then b is the order of magnitude. So here this is a and 2 is the b. 1.23 is less than 5. Yes. So b, which is equals to 2, that 2 is the order of magnitude. Clear? Yes. Let's look at one more question. They have given 6527 kilometer. So you need to write it as a 6.527 into 10 to the power 3. 6.527 into 10 to the power 3. So here what you should write is, this is your a, but which is greater than 5. So you need your order of magnitude should be b plus 1. Your order of magnitude should be b plus 1. This is the value of b. So your order of magnitude would be 10 to the power 4. So you need to just simplify, arrange your data in this format: a into 10 to the power b. B is the order of magnitude. Actually 10 to the power b is the order of magnitude. But while doing this, you need to just rethink it, that whether a is greater than 5 or less than 5. If a is less than 5, then 10 to the power b is order of magnitude. If a is greater than 5, then 10 to the power b plus 1 is the order of magnitude. Got it? Okay, let's look at one more question. State the order of magnitude of a duration of a day. Yes, that I know, duration of a day, it's a 24 hours. Convert to the seconds. So 24 hours multiplied by 60 minutes multiplied by 60 seconds. This comes to an 86400 seconds. And that I can write in a into 10 to the power b. So if I write this, it is 8.6400 into 10 to the power 4 seconds. So if this is a, which is greater than 5, so my order of magnitude should be 10 to the power b plus 1. So it is 10 to the power 4 plus 1. This is 10 to the power 5. Very easy. Yes. Look at the next question. Give the order of magnitude of mass of proton, and the mass of proton that has been given, that is 1.67 into 10 to the power minus 27 kg. Now mass of proton that has been given this, you need to convert this into a into 10 to the power b. What is the value of a? It's a 1.67, which is less than 5. So 10 to the power minus 27, it is an order of magnitude. Yes. Do you enjoy this? Yes. Okay, good. Let's move on. Next, next topic or the next concept would be of rounding off the numbers. Even we have did this in previous classes as well, in 5th, 6th, 7th, or probably in 8th. We used to rounding off the numbers in maths. This is the same concept, almost same. Let's look at this. What is the rounding of numbers? We just want to omit but certain non-significant digits, and we are just keeping certain significant digits. So that process is the rounding of numbers. Now there are certain rules for rounding of the numbers. I'm sure you must know this. You are already knowing this. We are just going to discuss this. We should say this: if the preceding digit is raised by 1, if the immediate insignificant digits to the dropped is more than 5. So let's say I am having a number 4728 and I need to round it off to or 3 significant digits. So I require 3 digits only. And here it is 4 digits: 4728. This is first, second, third, fourth. I required this up to 3 digits only. So that means I need to drop the fourth digit. Which is it? It's an 8. Yes, 8 is greater than 5. Yes. So what I need to do is I need to add one more to a preceding digit of 8. It is 2. So what I need to do is 4 7 would be a digit, 2 plus 1, so this is 3, and 0, so this is 4730. This is the required answer. Now look at this. How many significant digits does 4730 contain? As we know that all the zeros that comes at very end are the non-significant. So only 4 is significant, 7 is significant, and 3 is significant. So yes, our target is achieved. We required only 3 significant figures. Yes. So this is first rule. Second, let's say if the immediate insignificant digit to be dropped is 5, then there will be two different cases. Yes, but before we going through this, let's look at this rule, and next we will move to that rule. In the above, the digit to be dropped should be less than 5. So it should be an any digit less than 5. Let's say we are having a number 4723 and I need to use this as a 3 significant digits. So what should I do is I need to drop this 3, as the number to be dropped is less than 5. 3 is less than 5. So I need to make all the numbers as it is. Simply add a 0 at last. So it is 4720, and you know that 4720 4720 is having only 3 significant digits. So yes, our target is achieved. Next, if the immediate insignificant digit to be dropped is 5, then there could be a two possibilities. One possibility, if the preceding digit is even, it is to be unchanged and 5 is dropped. So let's look at the example. We are having a number of 4.7253 and we required only two decimal places. So what I required is 4.72, something like this. So what I need to do is I need to drop 5 and 3. So I need to apply a rule to drop a 5. So when I drop a 5, I need to check a preceding digit of 5, which is a 2, and 2 is an even number. Yes, yes. So when I drop a 5, which is a preceding, is an even number, that number is to be unchanged and 5 is dropped. So let's say 4.72, 5 can be dropped, 3 already being dropped, and this number remains unchanged. So this is 4.72. Let's look at one more example. Let's say it is 8.445778. I required only two des I required only two decimal places. So I required this much only. So I need to drop this. When I need to drop this, I need to check the preceding digit whether it is an odd or even. Here it is even. So when it is an even number, I need to just drop it as it is. So it is an 8.44 would be the correct answer. Got it? Okay. Let's look at the next. If the preceding digit, when I we are talking about when we need to drop off the 5. If the preceding digit is odd, it is to be raised by the 1. So let's say number is 4.7153 and I required to round it off up to two decimal places. So what I required is 4.71, like the number. But when I need to drop, the number is like this. I need to drop this. So when I drop 5, I need to look at the preceding digit. The preceding digit is 1. The preceding digit is 1, which is a odd number. So when number is odd, I need to add 1 to that preceding digit. So here it is a 1. I need to add 1. So it is 4.71 plus 1. So that comes to an 4.72. So correct answer should be a 4.72. Correct answer should be a 4.72. Yes, are you clear with this? Clear? Yes. And now let's move to the rules for the arithmetic operations. Rules for the arithmetic operation with significant figures. When we are going to add something, or when we are going to subtract something, or multiply or divide something, then I need to apply this. I need to apply the rules of significant figures, and then I need to calculate it. So let's first look at the multiplication or division. So when I perform a multiplication or division, the final answer should retain only that many significant figures are there in the original number with the least number of significant figures. So let's say number 1 having a 3 significant figures, number 2 having a 2 significant figures, and number 3 having a 2 significant figures. And I need to multiply this number 1 multiplied by number 2 multiplied by number 3. Then my answer should be having a 2 significant figures only. So here I need to apply a rule of significant figures, as well as I need to apply a rule of rounding off a number, because when I'm going to use only 2 significant figures, other numbers, other data must be drop off, and when they are drop off, they must be applied with the rounding off rules. Yes. So let's look at this. Suppose the number is this: 1.2 multiplied by 2.54 multiplied by 3.26, and the answer comes this much. Now what should be the correct answer? What should be the correct answer according to the significant figures rules? So I need to just check it out. The number of significant numbers each number is having. It's a 1.22. This number contains a two significant numbers. 2.54. This number contains a three significant figures. 3.26. Even this is contains the three significant figures. Now I need to find out which number is having a minimum number of significant digits. Yes, you are right. 2 is having a minimum number of significant digits. So my answer should be having a 2 significant digits only. So what I can write is, I should write 9.9, and I need to drop off this. So I need to apply a rule. so that I can drop or I can round off the this 3. So now remember the rule, if number is less than 5, if a number is to be dropped is less than 5, you need to just drop off it as it is and nothing to be done. So my answer should be 9.9. My answer should be 9.9. Am I clear with this? Yes. Okay. If let's say for an example, if number that has come in place of this is something like this, 9.96785, let's say something like this, suppose, for understanding purpose only, yes, and I need to require up to two significant digits only, then I need to drop off this 6. When I drop off this 6, I need to add 1 to the preceding digit, so 9.9 comes to an 10, and the rest of the things that you know. If number to be drop is 5, if number to be, let's say number would be like this, if number to be drop off to be 5, then you need to check at the preceding digit. If it is odd, you need to add 1 to that digit. If it is even, you just simply drop off this and nothing to be done. Yes, so remember these rules, these are very easy, but sometimes there they have been asking questions and they have been asking good examinations. Yes, so these are the questions which are to be answered on everyday basis. Yes, you need to just go through these rules twice or thrice in a day, and within 3 to 4 days these rules will be yours. You will remember them easily. Okay, now let's move to the addition or subtraction rule. In addition or subtraction, the final result should retain only that many decimal places. Now look at this, we are talking about the decimal places as are there in the number with the least decimal places. So in multiplication or division, we are checking total number of significant figures, and in addition or subtraction, we are checking with the number of decimal places. Now let's look at the number. This is to be added, this four numbers. Now look at the decimal places. This is having 1. I need to just look at the numbers that is after decimal. This is 2. This number is having 2. This number is having 2 decimal places. Yes. So my correct answer came, that is 15.78. Now I need to find out which number is having minimum number of decimal places. It is a 1. So even my answer should contain only a 1 decimal place. So as my answer is 15.78, as my answer is 15.78, I should contain 15.7. So what I need to do, 8. Yes, you are thinking it right. You need to drop it. That means you need to round off it, as 8 is greater than 5 or it is less than 5. Yes, as 8 is greater than 5, you need to add 1 digit to a preceding digit. So answer should be 15.8. Okay, so let's summarize. When we are performing addition or subtraction, we are going to check number of decimal places for each data. The number which one having minimum number of decimal places sh should be having same answer, having minimum number of. So let's say three numbers are there. One is having 3 digits after decimal, a second number having 5 digits after decimal, while the third number is having only a one number after decimal. So my answer should be having only a one number after decimal. Is it clear? Yes. While doing multiplication or division, what we need to do is we need to just check total number of significant digits that a number is possessing. you need to calculate total number of significant digits. Let's say we have a three numbers and we need to multiply them. One number having a three significant digits, second number having a two significant digits, and the third number having four significant digits. Then my answer should be having a number which must have only a two significant digits. Am I clear? Yes. So let's look at one question. Round off three two significant figures for 4.9283. Yes. Round off to three significant digits. You required only three significant digits. So you required up to 4, 9 and 2. That means you need to drop off 8, as 8 is greater than 5. 8 is greater than 5. So when number is greater than 5, you need to add one number to a preceding digit. So that 4.92 has become 4.92 plus zero point 0.1. It is a 4.93. Am I clear? Yes. Okay. So let's shut it down here. Just go through the rules once, read it, practice this kind of questions. This is very joyful kind of questions. You do not need to even do a certain kind of mathematical calculation. So I'm sure you will enjoy this. So practice this kind of questions, go through rules each day. That will help you to remember it, and that rules will reach to the subconscious mind, and once that have been reached to the subconscious mind, things would be very easy. Yes. So let's bye bye. Thank you. Have a good day. Take care. Bye bye.